discuss something more about Snapshot. So in last video, we have discussed about Snapshot. We have created a snapshot from EBS volume, and then we have created an EBS volume back from the snapshot. And we have seen it have done the backup for us. Now, if I create an EBS volume from this second snapshot, then it will have both the file v1.txt and v2.txt. So let's quickly do it and let's see how it is working. So again, I will click on action and then I will go for create a volume from snapshot, and then I will select availability zone as AP South 1A because our EBS is running in this availability zone, and then I can create volume. After this, I can go to this volumes, and then here I will see now I have one more volume, and currently it is in available state. But if I wanted to attach to our EC2 instance, then we can select this, and then we can go to action, and we can go to attach volume, and then we can select our EC2 instance, and then we can attach this, and that's it. Now if I come here and if I write a command ftest-l, so behind this it takes some time, but let's see if it can detect our hard disk. So you will see now it can detect our hard disks of 1 GB size. Now it is detecting 2 hard disks of 1 GB size and 1 hard disk of 8 GB of size. So this is our base one. Now let's say the second hard disk which I have attached here have this partition. So let's mount this partition to any particular directory. So what I can do here is I can go back and I can create a new directory, for example, new ht1, and then I will mount this dev xvdg1 is the new one, which is the partition from the new hard disk which we have just attached. So I will be doing mount dev xvdg1, and then I can write the directory name, which is new ht1, and that's it. We are good to go. So now if I go to new ht1 directory, and then if I do ls, so now you will see it is showing us 2 files because this second snapshot was created after creating both the file in our EBS volume, and that's why it have both the file, and even if we want, then we can read them. So here you can see we can read our data. Now we have an interesting question. For example, if I go back to our snapshot, and let's say from the snapshot I will delete my first snapshot. Let's say I don't want this v1.txt file. So let's say if I wanted to delete this snapshot, and I would just kept my second snapshot, and let's see how it will work after this. So what I can do is I can select this, I can go to action, and then I can delete my snapshot. So let's delete it and let's see how it's going to work. Before that, what I can do is I can go to volumes, and then again I can detach these 2 volumes which we have added from our EC2 instance. But doing every time force detach is not the right option. It might not work or it might cause some issue. So the best use would be go to your EC2 instance, and then here first of all unmount your disk. For that we have a command umount, and then we can write the directory name in which that particular partition was mounted. So for example, one of them is new SD, so I can write new SD, and then I can umount, and then I can new SD1. After this, if you will go to any new hard disk, for example, so you will not see any data here because we have unmounted both of these volumes. Now after this, you can come here and now you can select them, and then you can go to action and you can click on detach volume. You will have to write detach, and then you can detach them. So now at this time you will not have to do the force detach because we have already unmounted both of the device from our EC2 instance. Let me reload my page, and you will see after some time they would be in available state. So let me reload my page. So now you will see both of them is in available state, means they have been detached from our EC2 instance. So now we can delete them. So let me delete both of them. So I can go to action, and then I can delete the volume. So let me confirm my action, and then I can click on delete. So now in the scenario, we just have one EBS volume, which is the base one, which was created by default. And if I go to snapshot, then I just have one snapshot. I have deleted my first snapshot, but I have kept my second snapshot. Let's create one EBS volume from this second snapshot, and then we will attach it to our EC2 instance, and let's see how it will work. So I will click on create volume from snapshot. I will be selecting the availability zone as 1A, and then I will create a volume. After this, I will go to volumes, and then I will see one volume of 1 GB size have been created. After this, I can click here and I can attach this volume to my EC2 instance. So I can go to attach volume, and then I can select my EC2 instance, and that's it. I have attached this volume to my EC2 instance. Now I can come back to my EC2 instance. I can clear my screen, and then I can do fdisk-l. So here you will see now it have disk of 1 GB size, and it also have one partition. So let me mount this to any particular folder. So let's create one directory here. For example, I'm creating a new directory here. For example, HD13, whatever name I want, I can create. So I'm creating one more directory, and I will mount this partition div xvdf1 to this directory. And after this, if I go to this directory, so let's see what we will see here. Before that, let me clear my screen, and let's see what will happen. And as I will do ls, you will see we can see here both the file v1.txt and v2.txt. Why so? So let's learn here one of the important concept of snapshot, in which most of the people have confusion. So if I go back to my snapshot, so here we have created two snapshots. One snapshot we have created, which was the first version of snapshot, and then after this I have created a second snapshot. Now here at that time you could see at the both the place it was showing the size as 1 GB, but this is not how AWS manages snapshot. Just to save some space, AWS only store the delta part in a snapshot. Means if I have created a snapshot which is the first version of snapshot, then it will have the complete 1 GB of size, but my second version will not have the complete 1 GB of size. It will just have the delta part. So in our case, we have created initially the v1.txt file, and then we have created the first version of snapshot. After this, I have created a v2.txt file, and then I have created the second version of snapshot. Means in my second version of snapshot, it will just take the space from AWS, which will require to store this v2.txt file. Let me demonstrate the same thing. So here you can see the first snapshot version which we have created, it was taking 1 GB of space from AWS. And as we have created snapshot version 2, so it was just taking the space for the delta part. Means the part which was not present in snapshot version 1, the part which was added after this snapshot version 1. So it helps us to save a lot of space in AWS. So this is how a snapshot have been managed. But according to this definition, if I am deleting the first version of a snapshot, then our second version of snapshot should not have the data which was present in this first version of snapshot. But in our case, we can still see here v1.txt file. What is the reason behind that? And this is one of the important concepts in AWS. The reason is it looks like that has been deleted from our console, but behind the scene, it still exists. As we were talking about a definition of snapshot, whenever we create a snapshot, it stores that snapshot in S3. So we have deleted a snapshot from here, but it is still present in S3. It looks like it's not present here, but it's still present there. And our snapshot version 2 is still pointing to that first snapshot version. It is still taking 1 GB of space from S3. And even when you will see your billing, so you will still be charged for that 1 GB of space. And this is how this is working, and this is the reason why here we can still see v1.txt file. So I hope this discussion is very clear, and this is one of the important concepts in AWS. This 1 GB space will only get free when we will delete all the snapshot which we have created. Means if I will delete this snapshot also, then that space would be freed, and we will be not getting any charge from AWS. So let me delete this snapshot as well. And now we are good to go. So I hope this is quite clear. We will meet in next video where we'll be talking how to transfer an EBS volume from one region to another region. Thank you.